again, and welcome to our Who Knows podcast.
Who knows what we're going to talk about today?
What are we going to talk about today? How are you doing, Festival?
I am defeated by my own uterus.
No.
But, that's being a woman, so
Yeah.
it's okay. Just very, very tired. How are you? You had a good night's sleep?
Oh, I'm
The first
quite the
time.
opposite. I had a sleep in till 7 a.m. That hasn't happened in years. And it was light outside. The cats were like, "Why are you so late? Let us out." I'm normally up before the rooster, between 5 and 5:30. So for me to sleep till 7 o'clock was so happy. I'm a happy girl today. And I only woke up once last night, so I had an amazing night's sleep. I'm full of energy, and you're quite the opposite.
Yeah. Could you spare some charity,
I'm
please?
I'm trying. Yeah.
So, the topic for today,
Mm-hmm.
you came up with it, was that you wanted to talk about the balance between being a parent and a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And elaborate on that.
No, firstly, how do you feel around that? Because obviously, as parents, we want to have a good relationship, but I feel it's almost impossible to be a friend and a parent, because we do have to have, we raise you, we as parents raise you kids. So, and when you're friends, you don't have friends that are raising you in that way, are setting borders and
No,
limits
but
and rules. And so,
the thing when people say, like, have your parent be your friend, it's not like your actual friend. It's just that we can talk to you like people and not as your parent, you know? So, like, because I completely disagree that you can't be a parent and a friend at the same time.
but I think it's an age thing as well. Because when you're 12 and you have a parent that wants to be more your friend than the parent, then that can be very confusing for the child.
Yeah, I mean, like, in my head, like, if you're gonna be a friend and a parent at the same time, then do it since the day you get a child. Like, if you can't just be a parent their whole life and then randomly decide, hey, I want to be your friend.
Well, don't you think though? Because I feel, if I look at, because you, Will and Marcus, your brothers, they're 11 years older than you.
Yeah.
And it felt to me like our relationship changed when they moved out of the house, basically.
Yeah.
And your age now, you're still under our roof, but you're old enough now that you're doing your own things. You're 18, and
Yeah.
you don't have you have house rules, but not rules around us raising you in that way. We're more on a friendly basis, but I think that is almost impossible to have that as you were growing up, when you were 5, when you were 10, when you were, I see, and I think it's a mistake for parents to think, oh, we're friends, when the kid is 5 years old. Yeah, well, your friend is not telling you to eat at the table, or,
No,
it's
but
not.
that's the thing. Like, again, like, we don't, when I say, like, be a parent and be a friend, it doesn't say, I don't mean, like, stop being a parent and stop, like, raising me and disciplining me and all these things. Like, obviously you're a parent, you have a job to do, and that job's going to be there whether you like it or not, but it's just when it's not those moments of discipline, those moments of, like, raising you and telling you how to do your thing, then in those gaps in between, be a human being, be a friend that we can just communicate normally
of
with, instead
course.
of everything we say being turned into a lesson or being
No, of
this.
course, there's a
No, but
balance.
when, like, until I'd say, like, age 15, a lot of the conversations that we had would turn into some kind of lesson or something like that. It felt like, for me at least.
Okay.
Because it would be. Because you didn't really turn into the friend until, I think, end of 16, 17-ish.
So for you, that feels very new then. That's only
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. You've been the parent the whole life, and then just recently become the friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to juggle both because I always felt I want to be there for you, for my boys, as a parent. And same thing happened with the boys.
But that's another thing. Like, if you think that way, I think that's why, like, you and your kids, we haven't had that good of a deep connection until you put that down. Because kids don't want to go to their parents with their issues. They want to go to their friends with their issues, you know? And I think that's why as soon as the boys moved out, that your relationship got better with them. And as soon as I turned 18, our relationship got better because you took down the parent wall, in a way.
Well, we've always had, I think, good conversations, even though
Yeah,
I've
but
been the
not with our
parent.
issues. Like, Marcus didn't come to you with his, like, personal issues until you started being able to let that wall down. I certainly didn't do that. Because, like, you don't go to your parents with your issues, because then they're gonna either try fix it, either just brush it under the rug, either like turn it into a lesson, be like, oh, that's just life, da, da, da. Like, that's what parents do. You go to a friend with your issues, they're like, oh, that sucks, like, they comfort you, this, that, you know? Like, obviously parents also comfort, but not in the same way.
Okay.
You seem very sad.
No, I just feel like it sounds like I haven't been there for you.
Certain times, yeah. And that's fine. It was meant to happen.
Okay.
But there's been many times where I haven't felt comfortable coming to you with my issues. But you've grown.
Because I'm too solution focused?
Because I didn't feel like you would listen. Partly because of that solution-based thing. Because I remember the few times when I was in, like, dark times that I did come and talk to you, I'd be talking and you'd be looking at me, but you wouldn't be there. You know, like, you'd be in your head trying to figure things out, solution and all these things, and what do I say, what do I answer, and da-da-da. And you weren't really present and listening and, like, understanding. You were in your head trying to figure things out, which is fine. Like, you're also human.
Yeah, I've learned that actually via your brother, because he's been going in and out of depression.
Yeah.
And because I have that solution-focused mind, and that comes out of love, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But really, sometimes it's none of my business to solve it. It's just my business to be there and listen and not solve it. And that your brother has told me so many times. He's like, Mom, you don't need to solve it. You just need to be there and listen, you know.
Yeah.
Which, so yeah, I've been learning and picking that up a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's the thing that a lot of kids forget to realize, is that your parents are also human. They're also going through their journey through life.
Oh, for sure.
They don't know everything.
Well, I do. I'm perfect, you know.
Your parents are also delusional.
I'm kidding.
No, but, like, I feel like that's a big thing that we forget, is that we just, like, I know growing up I was I saw you and Dad as like these people that just knew all the secrets to life, and then growing up, I realized, hey, they have zero idea what they're doing, which is fine. That's
I wouldn't say zero. I wouldn't
in
say
certain
zero.
areas.
Whoa.
No, but like everyone's going through their own journey, and like. Yeah, I just wanted to say that if there's any teens listening, to go easy on your parents. They don't know what they're doing either, you know? They're also figuring things out.
Yeah.
But back to the whole, like, friend-parent balance. I feel like, because you've had the issue of balancing, like, trying to put in the friend side into you, whereas I feel like Dad has had the issue of struggling putting the parent side into him.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
So like, because growing up, me and Dad always had much better communication than you and me. I felt like we would always talk about things because I knew that whatever I asked him, he would answer honestly, and that was it caused some issues here and there because I'd be 7 asking about like what this drug is, even because I've just always been fascinated by them, and then he would answer, and anyway. But I feel like he's always kind of struggled with that like discipline side and setting rules down and putting his foot down and all
boundaries.
Yeah. So it's been weird growing up with you guys because it's like one is like full parent, the other one is full friend, and then sometimes you guys just decide to switch it up, and it's like, yeah. But how was your parents were they friends with you at all, or were they just pure parents, or?
No, they were parents for sure. But I mean, they were also there. We were playing. They were very engaged and dedicated parents, even though they were very young.
Yeah.
They were both teenagers when I was born. So, but they were almost there too much sometimes, because I felt all these class, when you go to school and it's we're gonna go camping this weekend, and they always needed parents to you need certain amount of adults to guard the kids, and my mom and dad always came, always, and that's fine, but at the same time it's like, can they not be with me sometimes? Growing up. No, they were fun, having young parents, of course. So, but but that's what I mean. They were parents that were setting the rules, raising me with the boundaries and, whatever morals and values they had at the time that they were trying to teach me. But at the same time, I always felt like, not that they were my friends as such, but we had a good time when they had time off and we could play, basically. So yeah, no, they were absolutely parents, but also because there, as
because nowadays all the like people my age and like 20s getting kids, because of all of social media and the whole system and how it's really just numbing our brains every second. Young parents nowadays have this thing called gentle parenting. Have you heard of those?
No.
Oh, gentle parenting is the most brain dead thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What does it mean? Is that a concept?
No, it's a genuine thing, like a parenting style.
Okay.
truly understand and support the concept of it.
Mm-hmm.
However, the whole execution that these people are doing is ridiculous. So basically, gentle parenting is where, like, if a child is having a whole temper tantrum, you don't discipline them. You just kind of, you're like, I understand your feelings and they're validated.
But that's not going to work. The brain isn't even...
I know, and I've seen so many like parody videos of it where it's like a gentle parent in a grocery store and it's like, Jimmy, you just knocked over the whole wall, but it was a gluten wall and we don't go near gluten. And it's like the store manager is like, but your child just demolished our store. And it's like, yeah, but it's okay. That's what children do.
No, are they seriously?
Genuinely, seriously. Because this generation...
Poor kids.
Yes, because this generation has learned that hurting your feelings is the worst thing that can happen in your life. And it's like, you don't understand that by going through pain, you grow. So removing that, you're going to be a fetus your entire life.
Well, it's not... I wouldn't say, I mean, going through... It's pain, but you have to go through pain. But when you are a child and have parents like that, I don't think you develop in a good way, because that is just... They don't have any boundaries then. They can just roam... I mean, a child's brain...
It's like a sponge.
4 or 5 years old, when they start talking back and trying, you know... Ugh, no, that's... I mean, no.
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 Yeah.
But
agree.
I have done some... I remember I did some fun things with the boys, because most kids go through this period in certain ages where they're a little bit more challenging to deal with, let's say, put it that way, to be nice. And they might, if there's a no, they don't get the ice cream or whatever, and then suddenly it's just like, well, you know, one of these tantrums of just not getting what they want. Their desires is not being met, basically. And Joel and Marcus had one of them in a shopping center in Stockholm. They must have been, 4 or 5 maybe. No, they were a little bit young. Yeah, 4. It doesn't matter, around that age. And they were just screaming. I had this twin, what do you call it?
Roller.
Trolley?
Trolley.
What do you call them?
Anyway.
And I just stopped and I just thought, I'm not going to do anything. They know I've said no. And I was just standing there, not moving. And people were walking past me looking like, what is she doing? And I just thought, no, I'm just going to stand here. I'm not going to say. And after a while, they were just looking at me like, well, this doesn't work. They felt like, I knew that they felt like they're not going to get a yes out of me. It doesn't matter what they do. I'm not going to budge.
Yeah.
So, and that is so interesting to, when you really 100% make up your mind within your soul, your mind, your body, everything, and this is a no, that child, they will have a little bit of a fit maybe, but it passes very soon, because they know.
I remember that feeling so well, like just being in a supermarket and being like, hey mom, can I get this lollipop or something? And then you'd say no, and I know that your no means no, but I would still throw a tantrum because I'm like, I want the lollipop. But yeah, it was so annoying. Because you'd say no so much, and your no's were so solid. There was no bug in them at all.
So did you play me and Dad against each other a little bit? Because he has a very weak no when it comes to certain things.
No, because the thing is I couldn't just go to Dad.
He will go, what did Mom say?
No. Because... if I went to Dad and I asked him something and he said yes to that, then later when you found out, that would bite both of us in the ass. So there was no way around your
That's not
nose.
fair.
Exactly.
That's not fair. How do you mean no? Not you.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't know. It's his fault.
Because
if
you'd get pissed at him for telling me yes, and then you'd get pissed at the fact that I got what I wanted.
Yeah, but I can't see me being angry
Not
with
getting
you.
pissed, but like you would throw a fit. You would throw a tantrum.
No,
in a way.
I don't do tantrums. I've never done tantrums in my life.
But you get all grumpy and shit.
I don't think I've ever screamed at you in your entire life.
No, you have that fucking cold, like that silent treatment.
What? No.
Are you kidding me? The silent treatment.
Oh, I remember
Me
one
and Dad
time.
called it the freezer because it was so cold. It would be days without talking. Because my mom, she would do this thing where if we had an argument or anything like that, or I hurt her feelings in some way, she would just stop talking to me and just ignore my existence until I came and apologized.
Yeah.
And it was mortifying.
Well, my heart is open as soon as you came and said you were genuinely sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that is not being a friend, that's being a parent.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
you could do
raising
it
you
better.
in a way. I could do it better. In what way? How tell me in a better way.
Not ignoring my existence.
So how would you have done it if you did? Let's swap places. How would you have done it?
Like, yes, I would ignore the child until
There you
it calmed down. But there was at least one time where it was for over 24 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember that time.
At that
I remember
point,
where we lived.
it becomes traumatizing. Because then I'm like...
Sorry, I'm laughing
I'm
because I
getting
know it's not that traumatic. But it's good that you remember it, because then you know how important it is to say, I'm sorry when you've done something bad. It doesn't matter.
It also teaches me when I make a mistake, people shouldn't be allowed to talk to me.
What do you mean shouldn't be allowed to talk
Or like
to?
not shouldn't be allowed to talk to me, that if I make a mistake, that I should expect ignorance.
Well, I don't think your friends will do that. I mean, you have only two parents, and that's what I did. So, one person.
So did Dad. When I pissed him off.
Once.
But that's because I never pissed him off. Really?
No, he's got.
I've only pissed him off once.
Twice. Have
Twice.
you? No.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
It was when I...
Well, he doesn't really get angry that way, or he doesn't.
So
it's hard to rock
mortifying.
him. But he has been, it's been times where he's been like maybe disappointed or embarrassed.
Yes.
But it doesn't. He doesn't.
It's mortifying.
Well, you know what? I know we haven't been perfect parents. We've done our best, and I think we've done a damn good job. Looking at you now, I'm so proud of you. And me and Dad, we can talk about you when you're not there. Well, when you're there as well. And we like, patting ourselves on the shoulder. And like, we've done a bloody good job with this one.
Yeah, the other two, we screwed up with that.
No, but you're still here. They're amazing as well.
Still
the boys.
here? Oh.
Still here with us.
Yeah, we had 3 kids before and they all died.
No, please don't say that. Don't even joke about it.
No.
Oh.
But...
Yeah, I know it's hard. But to be in the other end as a parent...
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a parent. Yeah. My patience.
Jesus. And also being that hard, it breaks my heart to just be completely ignoring you. I don't know if you can hear we have some renovation going on in Emily's bedroom, but I just think they stopped with the machine. They're cutting tiles.
But I agree, like as I've grown up, I've thought about those situations and how it would be like for you guys in those situations, and like
It's
I
absolutely awful.
Yeah, I mean, I could not. I don't have the patience or the rage control to discipline a child. I would just
Not today, you're 18, and maybe in 10 years.
no.
No. No, because it is, I think, I mean, they say it's the hardest job on earth. And I really think it is because it's so, to be disciplined enough to deal with the sad crying face when you just need to put your foot down and maybe ignore for a little while to get that I'm sorry or whatever to. So it's awful, it's awful. I remember the time that you were talking about, that 24 hour, because I remember I went to bed as well and didn't say good night to you because you were upset and didn't come and say sorry. And I went to bed and my heart was breaking. But I thought, I need to do this, you know.
Because that's the thing, is that we are both stubborn as hell. So when we clash, it is like just about who has more patience.
Yeah, but these days we don't clash like that.
No, but back then it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, because we both have horns. You're a Taurus, I'm a Capricorn. So, yeah. It's just a mental game when we do clash. It's just like, all right, who's more stubborn here? Like,
Yeah, when we did.
yeah.
These days we can joke, yeah. We don't really clash like that anymore, which is so nice.
Yeah, because now you're not really a parent anymore. Now you've let go. Ish.
But I am, though, as well.
Yeah, but now you're at the perfect balance of parent and friend. It's you're parent when it needs to be, but a friend of the rest.
Okay,
of the
so
time.
take that example then, when I gave you the cold shoulder, because you had done something really bad and you needed to come to me to say
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
even remember
How
what
could I
did.
be and me neither, but I think it was really bad. Otherwise, I would never have done it like that, especially going to bed without saying goodnight to you.
I think I might have just like
But
given you the
how
finger or something.
you say, how could you say, yeah, but it's so important to be friends or whatever. How could I have been friends in that situation and not a parent?
Communicate.
Don't you think I tried before I shut down?
No.
No.
I only remember being non-existent in your world.
Yeah, because you remember the
The traumatic part.
yeah. No, but that's what I mean. It's tricky that way. It's a fine line. But I think for me anyway, being a mother of three, my job and my first priority is to be a parent and to raise you to become beautiful human beings, and that job is a huge responsibility. And if I'm gonna be la 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 la, no, I'm just gonna be friends, we're good friends, you know, I don't know. It's I don't, for me it doesn't sit well. I think it's important, and I've been interested in how to raise you, looking into, I mean, we homeschooled you, that's a completely different journey than I did or we did with the boys. That we took through the whole school system.
I mean,
and
there's
things
a lot
like
of
that.
trial and error being a parent.
Yeah, it's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah, but I mean, I think both the boys and I can say that I think our most, like, precious memories that we have of you is when you have put that parent wall down and just been a friend.
yeah, but we've done that loads. We've done so many fun things together, don't you think?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
those, like, good memories don't really correlate with parental memories.
Don't you think?
If that makes sense.
So okay, so you
To
say
me,
you say like this, a parent, and then it's a lesson in it, but that lesson, yeah, that could be anything from teaching you how to cook or tying your shoelaces or driving a scooter, that is being a parent. That is not. So it doesn't always have, when you say lessons, it sounds like,
okay.
"Ugh."
Can I just clarify? When I say lessons, I don't mean physical lessons. You're talking about physical lessons. But when I come sharing how I feel and my problems, growing up, not anymore, but growing up, then it would be like, oh, but that's life. This is how life goes. You just get over it. Da 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 da. And it's like, okay, I get that, but just validate my feelings and listen to me. Instead of being like, oh,
I'm
that's just...
sorry I didn't do that. I thought I did.
No.
Not at all. You don't feel that at all, that I listen to you.
Not growing up.
Oh, that's awful to
And
hear.
that's why we had that like year gap where I barely spoke to you guys, because I tried and tried and tried, and then I was like, okay, well then I'm just not gonna bother. But it's okay. It's just trial and error. And that was the error.
That's kind of a biggie.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're good now.
Yeah. We're good now. Yeah. Yeah, it's so much.
No, I truly believe that because Dad was terrified of having kids and commitment when he met you, and I think that I have that gene in me, because the thought of that whole responsibility of making a child, growing it, and then being responsible for it for the rest of your life is the most terrifying thought I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah,
At
but
the same
it's
time,
like
it is a huge responsibility.
if that child turns into a murderer, whose fault is it?
Well,
mine.
No, well, it depends. It's not. I mean, if you raise.
That was a very extreme example,
yeah, very,
but you know
I was like, what?
But you know what I mean. That if it goes to hell, it's my fault.
Not necessarily, because I think the environment is also shaping who we are. Because you can see people growing up with really, really beautiful parents, loving parents in a nice environment, and then they become teenagers, and suddenly that's where you start, you want to...
Yeah, I mean, there's that balance in nature and nurture.
Yeah, right, correct. But they're also the friends that you meet. So if you suddenly just end up in the wrong clique of people, that can just spiral down to whatever, crime, drugs, even though...
But I would disagree with that, because if you were raised correctly, then that group of friends wouldn't affect you in that way. For example, take someone who's been raised in a perfect household. They have a perfect life.
There's no such thing as perfect.
Okay, well, let's just say, in this hypothetical
thing,
they have a perfect world and perfect life, perfect family, perfect everything. And we have this other, below average family who doesn't have it all together. And they,
like me and Dad.
No, you guys are above average. I'm talking about below average. And both of these kids meet the same group of edgy, druggy, teenage people.
Which teenagers, most of them think is quite exciting.
Yes.
Because it's a bit taboo.
No, it's just
naughty.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Screw the rules. Rebellion. Yeah.
Yeah.
And both of these kids meet that group. I'd say that the perfect kid would be like, oh, they're just a bunch of junkies. I don't want to be like that. And then the below average kid would be like, yeah, they're dope. Let's go.
Depends. No, because I've seen it.
Because I remember being that perfect kid of looking at those types of people and being like, yeah, I'm never gonna. And here I am, and I'm one of them.
What do you mean?
I'm not a junkie or anything like that, but I'm dress in a certain way that I would judge when I was a kid. Like, everything that I disliked when I was a kid, I have become today. I listened to all the music I used to hate. I dressed the way I used to hate.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
No, yeah. I don't know why
That's
or
a bit
how.
strange.
But, I mean, I guess I was delusional back then because I love myself now and I hated myself back then.
Oh, isn't it funny how
Yeah,
that...
right?
Yeah.
Because I gave up trying to be someone else and I just became me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I applaud you for being a parent. I don't think I could ever do it. I could, but I would have a
Well, you're
panic
going to
attack.
have to because I'm going to be a nana.
No.
No, I will.
You can look at the
I
boys.
wait. I think another 10 years because you're a mother to all your friends, so you
I
will be
am.
an amazing,
I know I
perfect
will
mother.
have kids, but
See?
right now,
Of course not. In 10 years. When
yeah.
you're 28, it's perfect. 10 years. 10 more years. God, we're going to be old, me and Dad.
the
Damn.
boys are already at that age. Why are you not
they're
nagging them?
No, they're not in that space. They got too much going on in their
But you're
life.
nagging me about it.
No, I'm not nagging you. I'll say in 10 years I will start nagging you. I'm just saying it. I think it will happen. So you have 10 years. So go live your life.
Great.
And then come back
I'm gonna.
and give me a grandchild.
My 28-year-old birthday is gonna haunt me every day now.
My mom is going to start nagging me now.
God. Nah. You was gonna have a kid before I do. I refuse.
I mean, it would be the most logical number-wise and your
Yeah.
age. I mean, they're 11 years older than you. So.
I refuse to take all the responsibility to make you a nana.
No, I think they will become dads eventually. I
Marcus
really do.
won't. I
You,
don't.
I think so.
Mark is gonna die with like a dog and a duck.
No. No.
Or some like weird otter he found in a bucket somewhere.
No.
That's Marcus. He's not gonna have kids. Are you kidding me? No.
Well, I think you will.
No, you want him to. But knowing Marcus, he's not gonna have kids.
Yeah.
I
maybe.
don't even have a relationship with him necessarily, but I know he's not gonna have kids.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
He doesn't
not.
have that nurturing side, I don't think.
Oh, he does. He's fun with kids.
He has fun, but not this like good.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up now, and thank you so much for being here. We're just gonna do a little bit extra on Substack. So see you there. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Bye.